Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Recovery Classroom. My name is Drew. I am an alcoholic, and today I'm a recovering alcoholic, and I cannot be any more grateful. We had a great crosstalk meeting last night, the quickest hour in recovery, and I swear to God, we say that all the time, and it just seems to get quicker and quicker and quicker, right? If you've never been to a crosstalk meeting, I want to personally invite you to come on down 5747 East Pea Ridge Road in Huntington, West Virginia, every Friday night at 7 o'clock. We are there, just all of us sitting around. I felt like last night I was sitting around a big table in a restaurant drinking coffee with people that I've come to know over the last several weeks, just all talking about a common problem that I share with them. So it's just an incredible meeting. I encourage you to come on down and hang out and join the conversation every Friday night. I want to go on record right now and make a public admission. I was wrong. Yeah, I was wrong. I was wrong about many things. My wife could tell you truthfully, but I was wrong. And what I mean by that is, see, I had these preconceived ideas on how to live my life. I had these preconceived perceptions and notions and attitudes and beliefs on how to live my life. And throughout the course of my drinking career, I lived based upon these ideas, these thoughts that I could do certain things. I could treat people a certain way. I could say certain things, and because I was allowed to, right? So I had these ideas that I lived my life by, that governed my life. And we saw that where that got me, right? It turned me into an alcoholic. And so for years, I would try to quit drinking. I would just go, okay, well, I need to stop. I know I need to stop. Things are getting really bad, so I need to stop. So I would try to stop it, but I never changed my ideas. I never changed my beliefs. I never changed my practices. I was just trying to change my behaviors. And that's the key. That's the key. See, the big book is very clear. If you walk into any traditional AA meeting, they always read chapter 5. And in chapter 5, and I'm going to quote it here, well, some of us have tried to hold on to our old ideas and the result was nil until we let go absolutely. When I first came back in the rooms and I would hear them recite that over and over and over again, that would always stick out, my old ideas. What am I talking about? What are they talking about anyway? And I started thinking about my old ideas, how my old ideas always led me back to drinking. Again, I wasn't wanting to change my ideas and my beliefs and my approaches and attitudes towards things in life. I just wanted to change my behaviors, and I couldn't figure out how I couldn't change my behaviors, and it pissed me off. It pissed me off. To that point, I think it's back on page 27 in the big book. Bill is telling the story, relaying the story of Rowland Hazard. Now, Bill doesn't call him out by name, but Rowland Hazard is talking to the world-renowned psychologist, Dr. Carl Jung. And Jung is telling Rowland Hazard how the only exception that he knows, the only exceptions that he's aware of on trying to cure people of alcoholism. And he explains to him that, these are people who've had vital spiritual experiences. Vital spiritual experiences is what he's telling him. And in that part of the book, or in that part of the Bill sharing, he's saying, Dr. Jung says, ideas, emotions, and attitudes, which were once the guiding force of the lives of these men, are suddenly cast to one side, and a completely new set of conceptions and motives begin to dominate them. In other words, begin to dominate. So basically what Dr. Carl Jung is saying is that the ideas and attitudes and beliefs that I used to live by, well, I had to cast them aside and adopt new ideas and new motives in order for me to change my behavior, the behavior I was trying to stop. And then in chapter 3, and I believe it's on page 42, where Bill's talking about the story of Fred, the accountant, Fred. And Fred said, he makes a comment, I'm going to flip over real quick. He makes the comment, it meant, he's talking about the guys from AA talking to him, it meant I would have to throw several lifelong conceptions out the window. Was he wrong? Is that what it meant? Is that what he's admitting? Is that he was wrong? Is that what Dr. Carl Jung was telling Rowland Hazard? Hey, dude, everything that you've been living by, all your ideas and thoughts and attitudes towards situations, you've been wrong. I'm here to admit today that I was wrong. See, I've lived my life by these thoughts and these preconceived ideas that, okay, I'm going to live my life a certain way, but I want to change my behavior. But my behavior never changed because I wouldn't change the way I was living my life. I wouldn't change the way I was thinking about my life. See, the big book is also very clear. We don't have a drinking problem. We don't have a drugging problem. We got a thinking problem. And when we start admitting the fact that maybe our thinking is wrong, maybe our attitudes and ideas are wrong, and we become open-minded and willing to accept an alternative idea, an alternative attitude, maybe that's when we will have the ability to start changing our behaviors. But we've got to be willing. At the end of the day, it started for me anyway, by admitting that I was wrong. And don't get me wrong, I still screw up. I still make mistakes. I'm the first one to say, yep, I was wrong. No question about it. Because that's part of the new idea and the new attitude I've adopted since getting sober, is that I'm going to make mistakes. I'm going to be wrong. And whenever I'm wrong, I promptly admit it. I want to encourage you today, if you've got behaviors that you want to change, well, the behaviors aren't necessarily the problem, it's our thinking. And a lot of times, more often than not, if we change our thinking, our behaviors will follow suit. So with that being said, I'll let you guys go. Thank you guys for letting me come in and share 5 to 10 minutes of your day with you. This, you guys, absolutely keep me sober, and I cannot be any more appreciative. If there's a topic you'd like to have discussed, feel free to email it directly to me, Drew, D-R-E-W, at recoveryclassroom.org. I'll take a look at it, see what we can do. So in the meantime, guys, remember, you can't get drunk if you don't take that first drink.